Yeah! Representing FlipTop, to my left, we got
ANYGMA, shoutouts to my mom, my dad, rest in peace to my grandmas.
You actually said, you close your eyes and play with a penis. Ray Charles. How fucking stupid are you? How fucking stupid are you, man? Come on. Pianist doesn't sound like penis. Why would he close his eyes if he's already blind? And it's the piano that's played by Ray Charles. I would even think of that shit, then accuse JC of having gay bars. You probably got super excited. Yo, but if you seek a future in writing, better prove that your drive's fixed. It shouldn't be tiring. Pen below average. How does Mexican forget the mechanics? I thought you knew what a line meant. How does Mexican forget the mechanics? I thought you knew what a line meant. Don't get this work, man, you will labor. Oh. I ain't a hater. You've got illiterate fans and I can't completely blame you. But for those who can, read this shit on paper, then tell me later how great you think his brain works. I know delivery is something major. If battle raps was chicks, you pick the dame with face and shape. But if it's all about appearances and forget checking the nature, then y'all the same herbs will probably catch AIDS first. So go ahead and say I battled best to a standstill. You and him are two of the 90% that resemble mad ills. Go ahead and brag about throwing events like it's so complicated. Guarding gates. I did that for longer lines. Hosted rhyme. Cleaned up for closing time. All in hotter places. I did that 3 years before you tried. Before you joined the ride. And the fresh go switched online pages. Win or lose, FlipTop 300 million views, bitch. So tell me who's really got this world dominated.
Shit was crazy. It all goes down to this. J-Pro.
Even you undervalue yourself since you're just a follow-up occurrence when tectonic plates shake or the result of a delayed brain. Only your trains of thought are disastrous. You ain't as natural as your namesake. Also applicable to your AKA when your artificial frame changes. Since a machine city can only be built by humans, that makes you another tool then. No hope of taking over when your circuits are bathed in urine. I've rocked my land about to shock yours more than you could ever simulate of doing. Your computer blueprints left in ruin like the Matrix trilogy concluded. Storing weight is an enormous waste, and sort of strange if you're poor in taste. If a 4-bar multi-joke that ends with a simile is all he chases, then I can't support your statements. If you insist that shit is more than basic, then you're fucking with yourself, and that's an orgy, ain't it? I mean, you put the 4 in fornicating. Fuck Fredo algebra. I don't have to further explore your nature. Even your corny alias is formulaic. See, you referenced the Hoffa punch separately in 2 battles, and still the punchline in both wouldn't land. So I don't even need algebra and proving that you stupid ass couldn't do the math. But what prevents fat old Fred Algebra from being one of the West chapter's best rappers? I mean, he's got vet status, sometimes it's pen savage. I guess man's really just lacking that X factor. Get it? That's algebra. So you try to perfect your syllable count, but you don't make your syllables count. Like you've switched them around, using your numbers to solve for letters. No wonder Fredo's algebra couldn't figure shit out. Shit's tragic. He thought he'd make big numbers off hit classics if he called his album Arithmatic. Then they thought they became cooler when they named their crew Great Muda. I don't care if you took that from some wrestler. In Tagalog, that means y'all literally giant eye boogers. Great Muda. Y'all some lame putas. If y'all weren't gay, y'all would be straight losers. See, he said in an interview his clique picked Great Muda because of his signature move and that y'all represent the green poison mist that he spits at dudes. So, since rappers spit, and you're a rapper, and Great Muda spits poison, yeah, I get it, cool. There's a notion... There's an ocean of creativity and you all pick to swim in the kiddie pool. It's not original and hardly an inch removed from the physical act of spitting. Dude, y'all might as well have called yourselves the Poison Spitting Crew. Then all of a sudden you made a backronym for Muda. Most unstoppable team around. As if that really was the initial definition y'all had meant to use. That shit is stupid. Is that supposed to get us spooked? How can you be ignorant of us and think that we still all live in Nipa huts when you got more than just Filipino blood? Shit, he evolved from a coconut. He did evolve from a coconut. Check his genetics. Brown, round, dirty husk, euphemizing his chin size and get him to open up and it's all white on the inside. And y'all say he's an underdog? Underdog? Fuck it, you still get bludgeoned, all cut and tossed with onions on a buttered walk. Even Calico wouldn't want to watch. Yo, battlers often mention film lookalikes. I said I'd try if given the choice. I checked online but couldn't find their pick, was getting annoyed until I realized you're in every movie with a pizza delivery boy. And I diss you for being Canadian. I diss you for being Canadian, but got too much love for King of the Dot. It's just y'all called French fries poutine, and that's the weirdest shit that we bought. Yo, below 6 feet deep, I built my scene from the underground up. I'll skip the speech, it simply means you were outdone long before round one. Bitch MCs would kill the beat as fittingly proud, son. But him fulfilling dreams, or me being a disagreeably loud chump, are both as unlikely as Aftershocks fan page hitting 1,000. I'm Filipino, motherfucker, but ain't a patriot demanding your respect. Just mix us Asians up, you're getting checked by them demographics back in Guelph. I ain't a Chinaman, Thai, Korean, Jap, or all the rest, but y'all think that I'm Mongolian the way I trample over steps. Me, I see a patch of land and envision utopian standards. He sees a patch of land and just stands there. When my lines fly over heads, they're causing sonic booms. When your lines fly over heads, you get Aussie salutes. So if the difference isn't clear, Greedy merely remixes what he hears while I reinvent the wheel like I built a whip that spins in spheres. Check this. Sudden has been when this pumpkin fad gets to rush his chances. No news, truth, reviews. Understand he's another bastard whose gums enhance the suckered rapping. So double back, why you here? Trying to club a fat bitch? Known rubbish standards, such unattractive fumbled stanzas. That makes you so dull it's tragic. A dusty mattress with ruffled fabrics got much more advantage summoning static. Cause nothing happens when this dummy's standing stuck in traffic. Just lose, drool, reduce. I'm running laps while he cuffs in gas, tongue all tangled, lungs collapsing. So shut your trap, why you here? Just to fuck with Gary? That makes you a slutty battler. This subcontractor's cunt's elastic. I bet it's got an undiscovered labyrinth. So come all strapped with 100 gats. I'll lunge and fast knuckle sandwich, crush his larynx. Custom whackness when I leave you more deaf, dumb, and blind than if you were bumping manners. So status report. Status report, better clean your vaginal walls. You got fucked up more than the tracks you record. Fuck shallow applause. I'll have your family mourn you for being so naturally flawed. And that's what the real tragedy brought. Tangina mo.
I hope you don't kill me after this verse, but you always seem to be prepared with Jesus references, so let's peep those comparisons. Jesus, right? We got the avowed greatest, historically painted Caucasian, adopted by this cow rapist, but when a sound brain thinks, it's pretty easy to see the difference between a real MC and someone who leans on gimmicks. A piece of fiction, of a piece of fiction, of a piece of fiction. And you can spin, correctly guessing, he's a Christian, he's a Christian, he's a Christian. But fuck it, you You can have all my fans, especially the Catholic brand, who will still see who's winning. Muslims, you won't be spared, because even to them, you're still the equivalent of a soon-to-be sacked heathen village because of medieval visions. All the homies who truly know me keep on thinking, will ANYGMA be this trick with his thesis, giving his opponent as only the thesis resemblance to Eric's Jesus' best friend? Well, I'm a mega shark patrolling a sea of ignorance and a seed so sickening. But my ideologies are persistent, and to me, you're all just a bunch of goddamn theist bitches with weak convictions who need religion to feel existent. Going up against that is an easy scrimmage compared to my secret mission of Pied Pipering teens and children, reminding them of their fleeting business, that their lives need to be re-envisioned, so much that the delirious cringing makes them devolve and reawaken as fetuses blinking.
You smelly ass. You smelly ass Caucasian motherfucker. Don't even bathe at least once a day, motherfucker. Claiming land and complain when Asians land and take away your pay, motherfucker. Dating single moms in my country, plus Australian incest portrayal, you actual motherfucker. I met your mom though. Bitch looking fit with her body, but her face fishy and gnarly. Greely's mom's a lobster, yours an actual shrimp with a Barbie. Got a few questions though. Why is there no chess game when you checkmates? Look at Ed's face. Why does it yell rape as both the victim and defendant in a sex case? Why is it that on any of your web pages I can't press play? Why and how did Madonna's teeth escape J-Pro and connect straight to your head frame? Why this oversized hobbit leave Emcee just to move to Traralgon, which sounds like a rejected Lord of the Rings template? Why is it that even on your best day, your pen game is just like the rest, plain, that even my simple rhymes blend way better and generate greater end gains? Pipes? Why don't your friends say your younger brother should stop overcompensating? To you, Maori stealing sounds appealing. So fucking colonial minded it's vile and creepy. He wants to rape the land like fuck the world and starts humping the ground beneath it. But really, how's he beefing? He's so proud New Zealand, he wet dreams even before he's sound asleep from counting sheep. Damn. Because it's either you forgot your roots since your memory sucks, or it's an apparent snub of your flesh and blood. That's why you care so much to always mention the expression, fair enough. And your chef dad must have had the fruitiest cookbooks, of which you took spoonfuls for you to be too hooked to dudes being all about good looks. It's crazy, man. Lo is his own gayest fan. He thinks he's so good he can beat himself, then he'll beat off to himself. Dude's really a megalomaniac. Yo. Last World Dome, you said you showed you can fuck with Canada's best. Well, you must have lost a step if you get tossed against the dude who somehow lost a step. But before you all forget, I only got caused to win thanks to an obnoxious death who dropped his drink and no, I wasn't all upset. Reconnaissance, it was obvious you and the judges had that awful sense that I slaughtered then if y'all had actually caught the rest. August next, on and off the lens, still sorting hits more than yours altogether, plus you're short as hell, so how the fucking pro-con descend? Check the pros and cons, there's pros and cons, you're pros all cons if anyone believes pros with cons. So where'd you get the courage to insist you were wordsmith when making random simile verses the easiest shit in the world, bitch? Any two things that are furthest can still be like each other just to fit your own purpose, and if yours doesn't fit the person, then shit is pretty worthless. See, with all them similes, he's thinking cost efficiency. But you got lost in mimicry since being like something means it's still not the object of authenticity. See, so you treat it like your Bible. Well, I don't believe in such idols. Any other figures of speech, he's spiteful, so I don't need a simile to dislike you. I mean, See, I can tell you everything about an aftershock, how it's a seismic flounder. And since you talk riding Fowler but Brian Power with power, I think in a blind encounter, you're as useful as a frightened bouncer. So here's a physics teacher, remember, seeing Toronto's highest tower? If I throw you from that height downwards, time will still travel after shock. Just at 232.64 miles per hour. Calculate that shit, you stupid fuck. Yo, where's Pesci? Tell me, is he one of those MCs you mentioned that abuses luck trying to prove he's tough? But regardless of whether that's true or what, you're a rookie at 31 rapping about shooting guns. A circumstance that usually stems from struggles in the hood and such, so enlighten me. Was growing up the Canadian governance really not good enough? I mean, I can appreciate gun lines, it's cool that once in a while it's used, but shucks, if you don't really do it, at least try to apply it to your actual life. Or you can apply it to your actual life. Or verse of vice, context refined instead of endless rhymes, expecting minds not to see through your bluff. Dude, your country couldn't trust me to even go back home where it's too ironic. I'm enigma had become pretty goddamn knowing that your embassy assumes that my future's fucked. As if I haven't paid dues and intend to continue, including the plane's fuel, that I'd be so rude as to elude your troops just to mooch off of your community's funds. Shit. The motherland already thinks straight, but that doesn't make me its equally crooked son. So for the sake of the fake Jesus quit fronting this overage Maltese punk, makes a Buddhist monk look capable of raping a group of nuns. And if that flow's not stopping the show, third bag, how's that go? Oh yeah, all my Canadian homies back home told me to say, you son of a bitch! Plus, here's your favorite. Fuck your fob-hating upbringing. You should get stomped straight to oblivion for thinking you're some hard Asian mudslinging R-race from its rough English. If only you would partake of enough wisdom, you would not save such opinions, because your scarred neighbors was no different from your mom and pop's choppy language when they first lived here. Your large frame that's equipped with a large brain must be a hindrance in being at least half-heartedly thankful you were given a better starting place for you to finish. It would be smart changing that dulled vision if you act like a green card ain't a fucking privilege, especially when American really means y'all were part alien to begin with. Of starvation, you have no inkling. You weren't farm-raised, so what's up with this big spend? No walk of fame on that one strip, but he'll be stargazing when I jump kick him. Teeth will part ways. Blood trickling down his shocked face and slumped lips, looking like Art Blakey when he's drug tripping. So try and diss real Filipino shit. You don't know what survival really means. Never dug a hole to shit in the jungle and wipe your ass with a leaf. You couldn't improvise everything that you would need from a tree. You haven't opened a bottle cap with your motherfucking teeth. You probably rip your hair out if you lost electricity for a week. You are what you eat and all your shit weak. You couldn't even develop immunity to diseases. You couldn't cook her stomach on adobo made from janitor fish or even fucking zombie pieces. Never hustled on the streets, scuffle with police, get busted just for weed. You don't know what survival really means. I dare you to try drunk and high driving a motorcycle in the Philippines, bitch. Yeah, y'all got drive-bys. Back home, we don't even need guns. Every day you can die right when any vehicle drives by. So get it straight. So get it straight, Holmes. It's peso, not peso. Your name should be Fredo and not Fredo. If you ever came home, I'd introduce you to real Fredos to make you feel safe, yo, but you would still be afraid, though. Fuck Fredo and fuck J-Bro. But J-Bro helped me with my visa and married a Filipina, so now he's cool based on my say-so.
And it's strange that during every sentence displayed, you're tentatively checking for any praise, focus straying from the center of the stage like you're second-guessing the occasion. And you hyperventilate but hide your breath mistake of some sly effect delayed. Then you do this odd skiing motion with your arms as you pace. And all it suggests is that you want to escape quick, so you speed up that elementary cadence. Shit doesn't change, it's plain and simple. The step is simple and plain. And the more he pretends that he ain't, he merely cements the impression that he's unashamedly basic. Blame me for being born in a different place if I stick to the way things are meant to be shapen. But my considerate nature disintegrates when you're reinforcing your pigmentation so much you're even making me racist. Fucking rocking that mullet wig in the video blog as if your normal face doesn't already look like a rapist. So fuck you And fuck your criminally predictable takes, that complacently ignorant fake grin, that infinitely pedophilic gay chin, the kid whose dick clearly impaled him, so dumbed down while giving brain his aim missed so his point caved in. You fuck around, no one's complaining. Circle your own traces, chasing your own tail, and you wouldn't zero in even if you were an Indian innovation. I'll craft a round with a paintbrush, perfect in equation, easy as pie, down to every single decimal placement. So if the crowd or the judges take it easy, they're easily mistaken. He can't beat me, because when I really step up to the plate, this shit's difficulty level Asian. Get the fuck out of here.
Lost again at Canada, but I'm back here, so I'm still winning, eh? But actually, fuck a judge's decision. Getting matched against you is easily my biggest loss to date. Well, be on it. Go ahead and bring up losses like it's stressing me. All I know is I'm 5-0 against these foreign embassies. And you can pretend I'm some lesser being for losing battles you'll never be in, yet I get the treatment. International guest against supposed best MC, but you're battling quicksand. The more you try to step to me, you're gently sinking. So better keep checking your real level, genius. And it's cool. It's cool. If I lose again today, I'll just let it be. I'll still get invited to London, Cali, Joburg, Sweden. Shit, if I do bad enough, Smack might even beg for me on
Your team that's burdened with scheming from the undeserving knows I profess the truth. And it's not just that I got a whole lot less to prove compared to you. You're a breath or two away from destitute. Whether music or repping the movement, your quest is screwed. So get to choosing a separate noose for your neck to fool with, instead of fueling your head's delusions with set excuses for revenue or its retribution. Vessel spewing, all over your desk it's pooling. I'll reinvent the hue when your recommended architect's confused, having checked your reddish blueprints. Cause you leading a league, whether in position or through writtens, is such a pipe dream. Which is precisely why you lost your job and now it's Mikey's. Now it's Mikey's, then y'all invite me? Shit, I guess y'all not fed up with being overtaken by Asians in Oz society. Because Australia's mostly an intact landmass. At least one of your 20 leagues should have united y'all if things were properly thought out. The Philippines, 7,000 plus islands, only one guy runs the league. Yeah. Bitch, I got shit locked down. But you know what? You don't really throw punches. You just look like a boxing coach. Try hard by taking shots for growth. Try hard by taking shots for growth, while my line's harder than Manny trying to talk the roach. If there's a hostile moment on them Oxnard roads, I'll bet you draw the most but not approach. And when the brawl is over, you'll just make similes on the side about what it's like to harm opponents. Well, here's a real simile for you though. You are exactly like your bunches. Short, loud, deceptive, unoriginal, stereotypical, and poorly constructed. If y'all think his jabs get sicker as he rips his larynx, do y'all only give a damn for heavy hits that land? What about a swift attack, 6-inch stab, or a ninja tap for your limbs to spasm? Or even physics plan, twig is snap, chin is whack, bing boom bang, and all sorts of shit collapses. Or I can even sit and laugh from any distance as a metal man kills your fam. What I'm getting at is only simple fans would insist or ask for a single manner to skin a cat, bitch.
Wait. Yo, alright. I need not be nationalistic to manhandle his bitch tits. But I am Pinoy, so I know you'll manage to diss this. But you really think you can insult Filipinos in your verses when anyone you love or know that's terminally hurting is serviced by at least one of our nurses? Serviced by our nurses and that they won't feel the urge to pull the plug on purpose. Any relatives of future children ain't safe too. If an OFW may chooses to raise them, they hate you. And you want people to buy your disc? Fuck, we got any and all appliances for that shit to be pirated and you wouldn't even get the slightest tip. Mega upload, rapid share, media fire it quick. Torrent, Kazaa, SoulSeek, and Napster. And even if you can pass for a Trojan, you still wouldn't be a viral hit.
Saying it sound American. Yeah, that was sort of wise. It wasn't my fault we got colonized. You said all that shit in the, what was that, first round, second round? But son of a bitch, never struggled for shit. Throwing troubles for kicks, hunting for Uggs that'll fit. Plus he insists they match his custom-built skinny jeans that suffocate limbs. He'll go nuts if it isn't structured for him to tuck in his dick. So tell me how it feels to grow up in a rich country where kids never go hungry or sick. Or you don't get plucked by the pigs for something you didn't because your government's fixed. How many buddies you visited stuck doing bids? How many judges you've gifted so the corrupt fuckers just live the sentence and homie runs out the clink? How much money have you given despite budget restrictions so your brothers can get past a couple of bills? How many knuckles you've risked? How much blood have you spilled? If you count none but still front like you're tough, then the substance must have kicked in. But either way, you should shut the fuck up, talk to the hand, or discuss with my fist. Living all dust-free and chiseled, sunny and vivid, comfy and civil, lovely and blissful, but I bet your public still thinks y'all got the short end of the stick and somehow shit's ugly and crippled. How many floods or missiles, eruptions, criminals, crummy officials really fucked up your conditions? How much rubbish and pilfer, destruction, religion, funding that's missing has your city been lucky to live through? Hip-hop for the love, but yours has never been difficult. Glorified hobbyists full of options, you're already the insult. Like, ooh, it's so boring here, let's move to Australia and be bums, we can spit too. Privileged scum just whistling through customs unhindered with cousins all imbecile bumpkin good for nothings that can enter the top dozen developed countries on whim. Even jump to the Philippines and act all disruptive as if any further dysfunction won't kill us. All the while, whenever I come in this bitch, I have to line up and get frisked, hold luggage inspected, untrusted and questioned like I've really left home to go missing just to subsist on some unknown little business hidden under your system. That I'm smuggling drugs because the syndicates get Asians and buddies too ignorant because of appearance and passport. He's stuck with an image, thinks I'm not more productive than him to save money for a ticket, or that I haven't done more than his or your dumb chore of an existence. Funny thing is, this trip is a reward for persistence, but frankly you're just too boring a lyricist. So even in a war of wits, I can score a win with forfeiting a shortage of description in your portrait, since my vision incorporates the bigger picture. And before I leave the floor to this cornball, let it sink in. And on behalf of everyone who can afford to be listening, when you wish to rap like this, all filler, I implore you, keep it interesting, motherfucker.
All right. Yo, he mentioned all that weaponry, but it's nothing but a front. Look around you, I got a steady team. One word from me, they'll actually fuck you up. Hey, yo, what kind of genius packs his CD with 3D glasses? Imagine, you'll remember that. Imagine, unless that shit is seeping acid, do you actually think a fan will sit next to his speakers blasting, grab them, and be like, damn, there's some real enhancement? I mean, even with KG, you also said you'd flip his name since it holds no weight. Well, I wouldn't be down with the shit you say even if we flipped your name from Pro to J. Check it. Again with Sid, he was like, hands, corners, elbows, aim it at his neck. Wait a minute. Let's say that shit again. Hands, corners, elbows. These other two are correct. But this isn't a corner, retard. That's your forearm and it's flesh. And you know what I also find strange and suspect? Every time you claim Oxnard, you display with an X. Yo, Oxnard is spelled with an O. met your missus and she got more than just X's and O's. Shit, in fact, I did the same to all your X's and hoes. It was pathetic and gross. Yo, there's an X and an O in Mexico, bro.
Hey yo, being a book juggler, I usually overlook covers. But since your content is offset by your supposed hood culture, I guess we can go back to how your surface equally lacks any good structure. Like, it's almost unfair how many stereotypes can apply. I've been in the city for a while, I've already seen you like 50 times. And as general as appearances get, somehow with you the word generic is redefined. So yeah, tell your relative at the airport, fuck you for questioning my visa files. Out for the count, Von Count with the fangs transferred down. Count sheep with all methods for you to die. And it's kind of hard to describe, but that fucking underbite reminds me of kindergartners' drawings of angry monsters with a row of triangles as the mouth line. But superficial comparisons aside, in hip-hop, your age indicates your lateness. Similar to how you're just not the first tremor. You're a held-back student while I'm well on my way to becoming a mentor. This is foreign investor versus vendor. Remember, you're just a fucking pawn. I'm one of the recommended makers of chessboards. Wow. Again, you're not a villainous man. Guns, you bear none. The closest you are to killing is that your race was one of our country's invaders. You think you're advanced, I'll king slap you back to square one. Since you think you can shop for better skills, but no shock, you won't find it in urban behavior.
So what's it gonna be, Step? Same bland plays again? Staple, past battle, flat angle, as if that math favors him? Take a jab at a main event? Attach latest trend? Saturated inaccurate Asian diss? Mr. Rap Rambo with blank ammo, I bet you know Guelph has the second lowest crime rate, my friend. Slain by arcane and no need to look farther than our names to know who's taking this. What? You'll go ham murderous? More like hamsterish, all caged and fed. Go beast mode. Oh, please don't call me after. I'll be with the rest of the sapiens.
Let's go. Send us a FlipTop.
Yo, he brought up my acne. It's alright. It's all good. I ain't bitching. But look at your face, man. You fucked that shit up despite first world nutrition. Yo, he's gonna talk shit about my country. That's some dumb shit. Man, if my whole population took a piss, your half of the planet would get flooded. People look at your teeth like it's some great wonder. Probably because with grills like that, you remind them of a Stone Age hunter. They're all grinding outwards like there's no space under you, a cocaine muncher. Personally, I look at this teeth and think it's fucked up that the child migration program took O'Shea's brother. Yo, he spent his growing days, summers all over the States, buckled in a truck with dad. That's when he first chose to taste love with inappropriate hunger. That's why this both ways bugger's whole face is structured O-shaped, because a glory hole breaks sucking off old gay truckers till his throat gave muscle. And it's so strange how this bloke baked supper in some homemade butter, toast scraped fungus from his soulmate mother when she exfoliates blubber. How you go and claim gutter? You're a fucking gold chain tucker. Own paint huffing, so I know you won't spray nothing, but will go ape suffering from road rage every time he sees the slow pace of a toll gate coming. He wants no delays between prostate jumping. In the pit stop stalls, getting his hip hop on. Quick lock jaw when he sees a hip, he hops on it. This bitch top dog, the dinner's fixed, John, get hot sauce. Dingo meat's a fitting feast for victory, picnic scene, a Flip's cuisine, head chopped off. Yeah!
So that, despite all our cultures, cuts and bruises, the country proves hospitable, and I'm no Uncle Scrooge, but I'll be a hungry Jew before you, or Lucky Louche, or Everlet, running loose, hunting cooch. Never a sucker for subterfuge, no matter what you do, I will not approve. Yo, what, you think we're clueless? You must be downright deluded into thinking that beard would fool us into forgetting your rape case in Subic.
Wow, that Power Ranger's rebuttal was so threatening. Calling me the Yellow Ranger, you're just jealous that I got melanin. I've never heard a track epsilon, excuse my accent, I've never heard a track epsilon. Yo, in Tagalog, nose is ilong. So if you ever came to my country, it should be no surprise if they call you Eps Ilong. Haven't you noticed, mate? You got schooled the moment you chose your name. Go compose your papers. Epsilon's the 5th letter and you're 1 away from the lowest grade, which is appropriate. Because even if we read Epsilon backwards, you'd still be a minimum requirement rapper like everybody in the show today. Give it up for Emcee. No lisp, eh? Yeah. Bak mom.
Free world doms. Even the camera choked once. By default, you still choke when T-Rex had boat jump. You choked against Sharon, and he wasn't even your opponent. At your home, you made us watch your bender battle over and over, and I wanted to choke you until you choked on your own coke hit. See, it's too easy to poke fun at his frequently rolled tongue like fingers down his throat from all the symptoms of choking, and ironically, that's the closest this OG Indian hoax comes to all those signs he's been dreaming to throw up. You want to talk life games? Mine above the rim, yours a sunken ship. Your play can't gain height despite climbing a jungle gym. My substance hits like drug addiction. The punishment is crumpled ribs. You stay superficial when you muster strength to get under skin. You come from comfy living but front like some hustling villain. While I used to be a bummy kid and this country's shit, so it must be humbling that you struggle for rent while I paid for your fucking trip. Now the difference between our summits distances is in the 100 digits, and I'll step my life game 2 levels more when I run upon your double chin, bitch.
Hey! FlipTop, make some noise!
Both our cultures got Americanized and raided by Spain. But what good is machismo if your mother tongue was erased from the rape? I'm not exempt from the pain. Being Pinoy, sure, I've wrestled with race. But it's a whole different level when luchador masks are based on your face. So who's at a disadvantage? I can think in 2 languages while your indigenous shit's absent and the spick don't even speak Spanish. Arrogant nomad. Let's see. Arrogant nomad. Your Spanish is so bad despite padding your vocab with fragments of known slang. The only practice from homeland you reenact as a throwback of the past as a grown man is ramming a goat's ass. You manhandle its gonads, make the gun sign with both hands, pump up the slow jam, and the animal goes I'm genuinely surprised that you don't post in all caps. And still veteran hoes skanking with the most expensive of nose habits won't get with the program. See, he does want to stick the race, but immigration's the only customs this guy gets to run through. Which is great, it fits the image painted that your lush one's private drug mule. So get it straight, Holmes. It's peso, not peso. Your name... not peso. Your name should be Pedro and not Pedro. Fuck Mexico and fuck Mexico. Because tonight I'll kill for kicks like Sereños in the pen stolen. But for real though, fuck an accent. We're all immigrants or foreigners. But with that aggressive gargling, keep spitting like you're still swimming for the border. Yo. If y'all are wondering why I first spat that fast, It's really because the self-proclaimed plagiarist failure wasn't sensible enough to craft more battle raps. See, I assumed this was 90 seconds and didn't bother to confirm, but a week ago, this closet Emcee twerk didn't have the decency to put in work, and instead of writing more, insisted that I cut my verse. But fuck that, I got it, a minute and 10, didn't drop shit, not one word. So much for being an MC that can't free, but now you can't write when we've both got a week. You claim you can fight, but prove you're the type that if caught the knuckle up, will either try to coax his opponent not to hurt him too much or ask for more practice time. What, you think you're a heavyweight because we ain't the same size? You can be above $165, that still won't make your game tight. You're in quite a predicament. For all those years of trying to fit in with your rhyming style considered slightly more interesting because it doesn't remind them of flip shit, so they're surprised by your pigment, acting like you've got no pride in your kinsman. You've picked your side, you might as well drop the hyphenated description. Then FlipTop goes wild on the internet and all of a sudden he's dying to visit, prying for riches on top of a hotel. Plus I have to buy him a ticket as if we owe you some type of recognition when you, out of all these sly little bitches who have never provided assistance, should know better than to try and swipe a slice of the pie from our kitchen. But I guess when you're sired by an immigrant, have no diet restrictions, and live life like the sky's the limit, and hasn't had the tiniest glimpse of what it's like to persist in the dire conditions or the islands you relinquish, let alone rise from the trenches and build an empire from the pillage. Then you grow up to be an oversized, inconsiderate, conniving, insipid, slimy, opportunistic, bribe politician looking ass motherfucking dipshit. Your anatomical design is inconsistent. You're actually the giant of midgets. And you got a digestive system that makes you fart silent but liquid. You don't know back home shit, because you're Americanized, can't envision things outside the world that you're living in. I'm not even nationalistic, yet I know both local and American shit, not because I'm Americanized, because of the world I'm a citizen. So fuck whatever you're speaking. I don't need you to give me a reason to rip you to pieces. Shit, even the embassy in Manila didn't put a check on business or leisure, since they knew I'd represent all of our people who really killed for a visa. Kain kang ebak, tangina mo. This rap's become a sport and I'm hungry. Last few years fucked around and went to different countries. While this indigenous home taker scribbles frivolous bold statements to get the visitors all game. But when you insist that you flow great, then that's the gimmick you role play. Spit syllables for zero gain, cringe from your slow cadence. You got the rhythm of bones aching, then this old snake slithers to hold sway, looking like you gon' break into a shimmy on stage. Consider all that filler you spoke sacred, food for thought, that's why idiots overate. As if your wit is some cold blade when it's no way near as sharp as your nose, eh? Your lyrics are no-brainer, bitch. I get people to think about the shit that I don't say.
His name says it all. Nothing complex. Linear and structural, rigid, ain't tough to get, drab as a manual, effortless in the lazy sense. From threads to flesh to text, you're uninventive at best. That avenue you rep, you share with 10 million other men. As it's so commonly spread, Tyler Peters' real name might as well be human number X. Cause nothing's added when this punching bag gets his dozen matches. Not views, moves, recruits. Understand he's another stat to pump up rappers to come and practice. So cut the crap. Why you here? For the love of battling? No other plans, no tours or tracks, won't drop an album? That makes you a dumb attraction. The some example why your country's fans would rather catch summer madness. I mean, come on, Greeley. Before you got hype, you used to be at least top 5, but you pump and dump your botched writing and a bunch of chumps over by, so it isn't a market slump when we see your stock die. Hence it should not surprise when this gets online, the reasons besides the shares between you and I will be lopsided. So stop trying. The closest you get to art is arthritis. A Rottweiler's harsh bite is harnessed against the vet when he drops science. No shots fired when I use hot iron. Just this dog lifeless, bakeless pot pie, y'all should try it. Your face and voice are so gravelly, we wouldn't need special effects for you to play a rock titan. So you might be prominent with the tags, pieces, and bombing, but I'll go over your graphs like an economist. You beatbox, I beat boxes to nail the coffin lid. You scratch, my thoughts will get you to scratch your noggin, and it'll also spin your neck at 33 RPM to produce some horror shit. I'm not sure if you break dance, but we can chop your body parts to bits, and when the rigor mortis sets in, every piece can independently start a mix of both Harlem shakes.
Yo, I want y'all to listen to this shit.
Yo, hold it down. Hold it down.
Hey yo, so how the fuck can this disgruntled Gimli stunt double tell any of us about how he's dirt? You might be a dirt bag in the first world land, especially when your Stern fans have seen stirs, but when you fly down here, you're a clean purse. And still faker than the ones from Green Hills. And with your face value comes cheap thrills, like taking advantage of free will. When you're engaged, someone wondering how much she's worth. Is she really equal and later supposed to have all sequels, stumbling down the old cheer from which your knees work? Next morning the hotel service discovers your t-shirt, starting a trail of other garments, ending with this obscene perv wrapped around the petite girl, wearing the preteen skirt, and all the sheets spermed. I know, for people like you, this is the pedo Philippines, but geez, dirt.
Bitch, you called Smack for approval, begging for a supposedly awaited debut. I'm so sick, I got Smack accusing us of faking our views. Check it. See, I can take a loss and remain a boss. You ache while watching your fame wear off. This favor's cost is arranged so y'all can think you gain off battles while I claim the war. Bitch, get the fuck out of here. This deceitful bastard would probably claim a rags to riches steez on camera only because of all the Disney characters you really wanted to be Aladdin. With that unique anatomy and stinking attitude, Mr. Extremely Tan Danny DeVito mannequin could easily pass for a walking, talking piece of fecal matter. Visa stamped for free, but still this diva's mad. His ideal matchup, pick greener pastures. So I'm here to smack your ego back to preschool, asshole. And since you can't spell, you'll need those classes, cause you wouldn't get respect even with the help of Aretha Franklin. His past lines being, you have bad hygiene, like Urkel's pants. Wow, that's bad writing, like yours is bad. And yo, Jumping Bean, you don't always have to fucking scream or repeat the hard sell your ugly schemes. Those gutter cheap double meanings are nothing genius. And there's this one technique called subtlety. I mean, he's really not an intelligent dude. You've said your punches don't really hit like wrestling moves. Well, by definition it's true, but you might as well say you don't really stink like Pepe Le Pew since it's a cartoon. It's a stupid, forced simile. So what's up with the pretension? Your self-esteem's petty if you keep yelling and street begging for respect, kid. We get it. Overreach sentence, re-mention each segment. See yourself every 15 seconds. It seems to me that you feel empty. You get beheaded like I put the Caesar in C-section, not clean. Next with a keen weapon. Proteins help this won't prevent the tissue from being shredded. Then direct my kill method. The scene's epic as seeds ended. From treatment to your queen's pelvis. Fuck any MC's pen. In one fell swoop, your whole lineage will cease spreading, bitch. Hillbilly drunk, can't shout as much. Hillbilly drunk can't shout as much, but thinks he's the dopest. That's the path you've chosen. Well, congrats on being a really poor man's Poe Rich. Yo, KOTD works mad great, but this short stack player's a goddamn waste of all that paper, and an easy step to success is to drop bad weight from costs and labor. And since I'm back on track, like I simply crossed that fader, I'm here to grant the boss man's favor and cut you out the league with Occam's razor. So until... Yo, check. Get him. Yo, it's kind of like I got a world tour. Lose at Canada, but invited to Rampage, so I'm still winning, eh? And you can get your world tour too if you play the gorilla in cahoots in that Rampage video game. He also reps Decor, short for Destruction Corporation. But Decor sounds too close to decoy, and y'all don't need further destruction, much less from corporations. So all that title shows is how Decor is just another useless decoration. And that's not even including every flip community that stops to observe from foreigners' turf. So the fuck y'all saying I got no presence? Y'all feel the effects from all corners of the world. Yeah! And no, you can't use the population as an argument. Out of 100 dialects, our main tongue isn't even dominant among our provinces. But with the English language, y'all can access demographics spanning several continents, yet hardly anyone watches. Props. Your own local audience thinks the quality of your product is shit. So you're not a monster just because your improper chompers make you look like some goblin cobbler. Your mom's a lobster. Your mom's a lobster. Both for her face and the Aussie banknote cost to pop her. Your pop's a peeping Tom of toddlers. Obnoxious poppers off his rocker thinking this will be a slobber knocker just because he's a non-stop watcher of Romper Stomper. Please explain this. Please explain this. You've lived in 2 countries with more multicultural neighbors, so in a way you're more ignorant, yet you're still more racist. From trucking in the States to butt fucking in Australia, how'd you remain the equivalent of a redneck in such separated places? I understand he wants to stick to his roots. That's why he acts and looks like some savage criminal. Motherfucker's so racist, he puts the abhor in aboriginal. Shit's real hopeless. National pride, he's got weird notions. He won't ever cheer Bogut, but every NBA All-Star game he keeps voting for Keith Bogans.
Such a limp-wristed lightweight that even on paper your writtens leave no trace. Plus you enunciate like a bitchy little 4th grader. You live in some remote place, rich in minerals but low wages, so when the whistle blows your break consists of sitting by the road rails, so it's not jazz if anyone asks if you listen to Coltrane.
And this here is 22 years of living through corruption, daily inhaling of the smoke on our already dusty roads. The motherland's been raped by Spanish brats, Manic Japs, and Uncle Sam, but that's not even half of what she wrote. This is the race war, but as you can see, the wolf man has his sheep's clothes, and the tap water I drink that even leaves my friend sick hasn't killed me, so your dirty flow sure won't.
Isa buhay finals na, FlipTop, magigay para sa laban ng parating. FlipTop, magigay para sa parating na laban. FlipTop, magigay para sa parating na laban. Para niya kayo magigay para sa huling laban ng gabi. Huling laban na ng gabi. Aspangan, magingay, huling beses oh. Ang parating, masaysay ang battle ang parating. Cebu City, magingay oh. FlipTop, magingay para sa parating na laban oh. Day 2. FlipTop, alam niya, magingay para sa laban ng parating oh. Shoutout sa lahat ng tunay na hip-hop. Shoutout sa buong hip-hop para sa hip-hop to lahat. FlipTop, magingay para sa huling laban ng gabi oh. Bumuelta pa lento yung buong crowd yung event. FlipTop, magingay oh.